All right, we're going to try this again. Today is Friday, the February 1st. Tomorrow being Groundhog Day. And no, I've never seen the movie. Everyone asks you about that. I guess everyone assumes I've seen it. For some reason, I never have. I keep saying I'm going to watch it. Will recommend Happy Death Day, which uses a similar premise in a more slasher fashion. But I love that movie. And at this point, I don't know if Groundhog Day would stand up since everyone has sort of talked about it so much. It's one of those films that everyone raves about it. Then when I finally see it, I'm like, that's it. But of course, it's been so many years that other TV shows and films have used a similar or identical premise, so it doesn't have the same impact. But who knows? Maybe I'm sure some station will watch it or have it broadcast either tonight or tomorrow. So we'll see what's going on. These are the books I picked up at Big Red Comics. I'm going to go through them quickly. And they're just in the order they were thrown in the bag. We got Scooby-Doo Team Up number 46, celebrating 50th anniversary of Hanna-Barbera, I guess. Oh, featuring Black Lightning. Black Lightning was created by my good buddy Tony Isabella. Accept no substitutes. We got Books of Magic number 4. Tim Hunter being hunted, oddly enough, by two different groups. One who think he's a savior, another thinks that he's going to be the world's foremost mage and going to bring about a era of darker magic. We got Marvel Kniggets number 6, which celebrates Marvel Knigget's 20th anniversary. Lots of anniversaries this year, oddly enough. Rick and Morty, number 46. Heroes in Crisis, number 5, which is going to bring me to something else. As I say, my understanding was Heroes in Crisis, this is supposed to be 5 years in the future? Or some weird thing. I thought I'd read that someplace. But we'll see. This totally confused me. I saw this. I said it was in my pull bag. I said, giant size jingles. What the frig is that? And I thought it was some weird Marvel thing. But if you check out Aardvark Manheim, it is actually part of the continuing Cerberus in Hell series of books. Every issue is number 1. And I love the cover. I really love the cover. Okay, we got Journey into Unknown Worlds, which is part of the Marvel's 80th anniversary series of bringing back one-shots that have the title of one of their old comic book series. This is obviously a sci-fi horror anthology. Check that out. And finally, to add more confusion, we have Justice League Annual number 1, something called New Justice. I don't know. So Slaves of the Source Wall. Source Wall is, for those of you not familiar with the Darkseid and the New Gods, the Source Wall is basically the source of all things and predates the Force, if you will, thanks to Jack Kirby, another Kirby thing which doesn't give enough attention. But if you check out the wall here, you'll see some symbols and giveaways that show that, yeah, this is very Kirby-esque. This is supposed to be, from what I've read, an introduction to a new crossover or event. Oh, God, excuse me. That's coming up. And again, as I say, between Heroes in Crisis, which is supposed to reshape the universe, Doomsday Clock, which is supposed to reshape the universe, and now this, the Source Wall, Slaves of the Source Wall. That's another event. So basically, I have 3 events going on. Not a big deal when you consider that the Marvel Universe normally has at least 3 going. Any one time, you'll have a one involving Spider-Man and various Spider titles and characters. Another involving the X-Men, and then another which is usually involves the Avengers and other characters. They never seem to cross over, so it's always confusing trying to figure. That's why it's DC and Marvel continuity. I pick up various events, various titles, but I unlike when I was a kid and understood continuity, I've given up on that. Speaking of which, we have, this is Marvel's preview number 19, which previews says The World at War, which promotes something called War of the Realms, which is, and we see Wolverine, Valkyrie, Doctor Strange, and the Punisher, or some version of the Punisher. I'm guessing it's some kind of magical event. I don't know. You never can tell. But I was actually more intrigued by this. Symbiote Spider-Man. Peter David. Peter David, for me, has been like one of the best writers in comics for years, and remains so. I haven't read a lot of his recent stuff, but his runs on like the Hulk, Aquaman, and others remain probably some of the best. Anyways, I guess he's going to be writing another Spider book. This involves the symbiote, at least the costume. I have to check this out to see what's going on, but I'm sure I'll be picking it up. Oh, wow, here we go again, man. This is why you should never drink beer at lunch. Another reason why I probably shouldn't drive after having the beer. Drive from Orange back to Lake Forest on the 5, but I wanted to make it back, and that's why I'm drinking the Starbucks, that flat white, which it just is my favorite. It's a flat white with almond milk, so I can stay within my Weight Watcher points. And that's it. Also picked up latest issue of Comic Shop News, which is, and that's for Fight Club, with Fight Club number 3. Again, another one of the films. I've never saw Fight Club, which is as well, since you're not supposed to talk about Fight Club. I am totally off the wall. I really apologize. I'm rambling even more than usual. Happy Groundhog's Day. If you're into that superstition, I wish they would just leave Punzacali, and his friends in peace. I just like to see him take him out of his thing and just have him go for the throat of whoever holding him. That would be awesome. Anyways, that's it for me now. Don't really have any plans for the next week or so. But this weekend's supposed to be really bad weather-wise. I'm not sure if I'm going to the movies or not, but there's plenty of stuff on Netflix and other shows that I want to watch. So, peace out and take